Let's go. I am about to do something absolutely crazy. In this video, I'm going to show you how to build a cult following behind your music, just like I've done for myself, and more importantly, just like artist Kennedy Ryan has done for herself. She's 100% independent, and if you didn't know, she's actually grown over 150,000 followers on Instagram in under 30 days just by using the strategy I'm going to teach you in this video. And she did this without running ads, without using playlists, without talking to curators, without going on radio, without signing to a label, 100% independent, and I have proof I'm going to show you later. So by the end of this video, you're going to know how to replicate this exact system so you can start growing a cult following for yourself just like we did, and even make some money in the process. Let's get into it. So number one, I'm going to show you what the fan funnel system is and how you can use it to attract and engage your target audiences. This is the same system that I'm using and that Kennedy Ryan and artists like her are also using. And then number two, I'm going to show you how to take this system and actually use it to convert views into streams. So you do not want to leave this video. And real quick, just so we don't waste anyone's time, this video is for you if you are a serious artist looking to take your content game to the next level. If you are just someone where music is a hobby and this is not something that you want to do for life, if you're not ready to put in work because you're looking for some overnight hack or you think there's a quick fix to grow a following, this video is not for you. There is no overnight hack. There's no quick fix. Please, what I encourage you to do, click off this video, go watch some other videos of mine, go watch my other content to learn what it actually takes to make music a career, and then come back to this video. But if you're someone who's ready to do what it takes, who's ready to learn a new strategy that will replace old music marketing methods, let's get into it. Now, I gotta be real with you. You've probably tried posting content already and maybe it hasn't worked out too well for you, and that's totally okay. And also it's not even your fault. You just didn't know this strategy, so it's fine. You see, the reason why most artists fail at content is really simple. It's just because they don't have a proven strategy that works. And that actually makes it really hard to come up with content ideas and confidently post them. And what's even worse is a lot of people actually resort to making the gimmicky TikTok style content that we absolutely all hate, and that is not what this strategy is. You do not have to do that. I'm sorry if you've had to create that shit in the past. Yeah, I hate it too, so let's not do that. You see, our fan funnel system is completely different than anything you've tried, and that's because we let the art speak for itself. You see, over the past few months, I've seen more and more organic, authentic, easy to film content going viral for independent artists on social media. And in the past year, I've actually gone through and studied thousands of these different reels. And from that research, what I found was actually really surprising. I found that all of the reels that did really well followed a specific pattern, and the ones that kind of fell short or didn't do too well, they didn't fall in this pattern. So what I did is I took these winning posts and I actually organized them into different pillars based on certain elements within each video. And after going through literally thousands of these, I was left with only 7 different pillars. And it was at that moment that it became crystal clear to me that there are literally only 7 ways that you can post a reel to give it the highest chance of being successful. Except it wasn't that simple. We ran into some problems. You see, I shared these ideas with my close friends and other independent artists and had them test it out. And while they did see an increase in reach, there were still some problems. One being they weren't hitting their target audience, and 2, they weren't converting views into streams. So after a few more months of testing, we still couldn't crack the code until I discovered an artist named Kennedy Ryan. You see, her content still follows the same 7-pillar system, except she has actually optimized her page and her content to attract and convert her views into streams and ticket sales. So what I did is I took her system and I reverse engineered it into a step-by-step process that anybody can follow. And that is how I created the fan funnel system. You're probably thinking, Anthony, that's cool, but this isn't for me because I don't have a fancy camera. I don't have editing skills. I don't have any experience creating content. I don't have a ton of time to do this, and I don't have any money to put into it. And I completely get that. Honestly, I thought the same thing when I got started too. So before we get into how the fan funnel system actually works, I just want to assure you that you really can do this for yourself, and here's why. All right, so I got this screenshot from my very first Instagram post actually using this 7-pillar method. I actually wanted to test it out for myself to see if it would work, and damn, it did. I was using the elements from the 7-pillar sister, and I was like, well, if artists can do it to promote their music, why the hell can't I do it to promote my beats? And well, it worked really well, just like a charm. And you can see this was exactly a year ago, and before anybody says anything, yes, I put money into this. You can see I boosted this post. It did very well organically for me at the time, and I was like, why not pour gas on a fire and make it even bigger, right? So that's what I did. And since then, I've been posting pretty consistently, following the same method to grow my cult fan base. And as you can see, this month, August, I have grown, 10, 20, 30, 40, even 50 followers a day. And I'm going to be real honest with you guys. I'm half-assing this. So you can see I'm not even posting that much. I'm posting like maybe 3-4 times a week, if that. And yeah, I'm kind of half-assing this process and getting these results, which arguably aren't great, but it's still pretty consistent growth. And this is my account reach. You can see my account is reaching 500,000 people every 30 days or so. And more importantly, this is the gold here. This is a picture from my email service. So what it's allowed me to do is actually capture almost 1,000 different emails from artists who have willingly given me permission to contact them to sell them stuff. I don't sell stuff often. I usually just like to provide value, but this is super valuable. Imagine if you were doing this as an artist and you were collecting emails, which is exactly what Kennedy Ryan is doing. This is what we're going to get to. This is the real gold here. You can see right now, last time I checked her profile, she's at 312,000 followers. And she actually is getting almost 200,000 monthly listeners on Spotify. I swear every time I check these, they just keep going up and up and up. I pulled the data from her Instagram. You can see she's growing a lot more than I am. She's going 500, 200, 300 followers per day consistently, and she's posting one time a day or so. You can see just by following this strategy, the fan funnel strategy, it's allowed her to, back in July, go #1. Her recent release literally went #1 in Poland. You can see in the caption here, she even said, no label, no PR, no A&R, no distribution company, no deals, just being intentional about the music. And that is what the fan funnel system is about. You see, it's really simple. We just broke it up into 3 separate pillars here. What this system does for you is it allows you to attract real fans. It allows you to attract the right people to your profile so that they click the follow button, engage with your content, and fall in love with your music. We also use the 7-pillar system to create hype for your music. It doesn't matter if it came out 4 years ago, you can use this system to make it relevant again and to create a fan base. If you have music coming out, use it for the same thing. This works in any situation. And then lastly, this is where, by the way, this is where we'll get into this, but this is where most people stop. Everybody else kind of stops here. They just get to step 1 and step 2. They forget step 3. This is how you actually make music a career. You convert the views into streams. You convert it into selling your merch. You convert it into selling tickets. And this is what this system does for you. So like I said, what other people do is they'll teach you to run Facebook ads. They'll teach you how to do playlists, talk to curators, how to get radio play, how to get label deals. And that's all cool, but there's a lot of problems with that, right? So these methods, 99% of the time, they attract random people. You don't actually figure out who your target audience is, and you don't actually get them to follow you. And that doesn't work. And because of that, you end up not getting repeat listens. People aren't coming back. People aren't actually becoming fans. They're just listening once and then leaving. And because of that, they're not building a connection with you. They only see you once. They only see you one time, right? So they're not building a connection with you, and that just ends you, you're not getting any real fans. Some of you may have tried this. Some of you, unfortunately, may have experienced this before. And I mean, honestly, when's the last time you discovered and really connected with an artist from a Spotify playlist or Facebook ad? Yeah, probably never. So here's what we do. We take a look at who your ideal fan is. We find out who they are down to every little detail, from their favorite stories to their family life, relationship status, all that. And I'll get into that in a second, but we help you find your target audience, and that builds the foundation for everything like this. So we're going to help you post consistently. We're going to help you direct your fans to your DMs, which is going to allow you to collect their email, which is going to allow you to further build trust with them and tell your story, build a relationship with them, which is then everything you need to be able to sell them merch, sell them tickets to shows. Anytime you have an ask, this is how you're going to make it happen. And the results from that is you're going to actually attract ideal fans. You're going to end up with repeat listens. You're going to build a connection, and you're going to create real fans. So like I said, the whole foundation is finding out who your true fan is. You need to know who this person is. You have to have such a good idea of this. It's kind of like I like this dartboard picture here. It's kind of like throwing darts. Imagine you're throwing darts blindfolded. Like, how likely do you think it is you're going to hit the center? probably not that likely. You may not even be likely to hit it if you could see. Some of you probably just suck at darts, but it's the same thing with music. If you're doing all of these things that other people teach you to do and you don't know who your target audience is, you're never going to hit that bullseye. So that's why we really make this the first thing that we optimize. And you'd be thinking, well, Anthony, I don't know anything about my target audience. And that's totally fine. Our process works for people who have no idea who their true fans are. And it also works for people who have a pretty clear picture of this person already. We can even help make that picture a little clearer. And this process is really great because it saves you the headache of having to figure all this shit out later. And it saves you time by allowing you to quickly grow your following and give them what they want. So as you know, the second part of the fan funnel is to create desire. Most people who teach content overcomplicate the process. And sometimes it feels like it's our responsibility to come up with new ideas all the time. Usually we'll wait for, inspiration and come up with a good idea every now and then that makes it hard to be consistent, especially when it comes to creating content. Luckily, one of the greatest artists of all time handed us the solution. Pablo Picasso once said, "Good artists copy, great artists steal." I want you to take a second and think about what that means to you. Go ahead, pause the video, think about it right now. I mean, for me, it's kind of copying someone's work is doing what has already been done, while stealing is taking inspiration and ideas from others and incorporating them into your own unique ideas. So as you can see by this painting, you can tell 100% this is definitely Pablo Picasso, right? Like you can just see how unique it is. This is actually his style. Like this is just super dope, right? Well, this is actually not Picasso. This painting is called Still Life with a guitar. It's by Juan Gris. It's from 1913, and while it looks really similar to Picasso, and it's undoubtedly like a dope-ass piece of art, it's not his. So this is what we do. We actually use the Picasso method to steal inspiration from what's working now and apply it to our own content. And this method is great because it takes the pressure off of you from having to always come up with ideas, so that you can focus on more important things like living life and making music. And the best part is you can be confident in your post because they have already been proven to work by somebody else. You see, if this artist were to go off and do his own thing, it probably wouldn't have become as famous. But because he stole a little bit of inspiration from Picasso and then implemented his own ideas into it, it became a hit and everybody can recognize it. So that's literally what the Picasso method is based off of. And this is exactly how I come up with my own ideas. And I can be confident in them without, having to use my brain or waste an entire day scrolling on my phone to find ideas. And you're probably thinking this might not work for you because you may be shadow banned or you're too shy to be in front of the camera or your content won't be good enough. And I'm here to tell you that if you have an iPhone 11 or higher or any comparable phone, you can do this. Think about painting. It's not the brush. It's not the type of brush that you have. It's the artist. In any sport, in any art, it's not the equipment. It's the artist that makes it happen. So you don't have to have the best equipment. You just have to have something. And once you know the process behind the Picasso method, everything becomes so easy. Okay, so the third step in the fan funnel system is to convert views into streams, right? See, everybody else stops here. They stop at the content and they forget the most important part, turning desire into action. And you see, that's why ads and playlists and all that other stuff suck, because they fail to actually connect with someone and get them to take an action. So I promise to show you how the system actually works. So we're really going to pull back the curtain now and go into how this process works. So this is an example of one of her posts. And what I want you to pay attention to here is the caption. In all of her posts, she has a similar caption and it's a call to action. This is called direct response marketing. It's getting them to take an action. So she's saying, DM me the word ego and I'll send you a link to listen. Very simple. Not too salesy, just right there, right? And you can see she's getting all of these comments. People are DMing her and commenting ego. And you can also see she's using this to sell tickets. So she had this show coming up in August and she posted, DM me the word ticks and I'll send you a ticket link for my show. And this is how she's selling tickets just by posting content. And this is kind of what that process looks like. So she had one post where she wanted me to comment the word ban and she would send me the song, right? Just like we saw earlier. So this is what actually happened. I commented this word and immediately she said, thank you so much for requesting my new single. Drop your email below to get early access. And this is key. She's instantly getting my email. So I sent her my email. And then right after I sent it, she said, song unlocked. Click the button below to listen. And then I clicked the button. And guys, this is crazy. I click the button and it's the same goddamn link you find in her bio. It's just like her link tree. It's a link straight to the Spotify. There's nothing unique about this link. She just took this and made it fun. She repackaged the entire process. So what used to be the old way was to say in the caption, song name, out now, link in bio. And now she's making it fun for her fans. She's making it engaging. She's connecting. Look, she says, thank you for believing in me. And then after she says, hey, Anthony, I'm just curious, after listening, what would you rate my song? And then she had options to swipe and actually click what I thought the song was. So she's getting data from her fans. And this entire process, I'm going to tell you now, this entire process is automated. She didn't have to actually do any of these. This happened automatically. She's laying in her bed, passively getting people to sign up and listen to her music, doing absolutely nothing because she set up one automated process. Do you see how powerful that is? And I'm going to let you know, I'm going to be completely honest. This is why I'm so excited about this, is because this all felt genuine. This did not feel like a robot was talking to me. Even though I knew it was still cool. So now you're probably wondering, okay, this is awesome. How do I set this up? Well, this is what you need. You need 3 things. You need content with a call to action. You need ManyChat and you need ActiveCampaign. ManyChat is an automated DM service, and we actually replicated Kennedy's entire funnel. You can see the picture right here. So when someone DMs her the word ban, this is what happens. This is the entire funnel that happens, and this is how you get the email. And you also need ActiveCampaign. So ActiveCampaign is the automated email service that I kind of showed you earlier, where I had all those contacts. So real quick, I want to show you, I actually subscribed to Kennedy Ryan's email list, and these are the type of emails she's sending. So she's connecting with me as a person immediately off the bat, and then she's telling me what to expect from her email list, and she's just kind of getting on the same level as me. She's even saying she hates this celebrity to fan narrative. Like, she wants to be on the same level as us and just be able to connect and share the journey she's going on. And then of course she's sharing her music. The very next email, not salesy at all, she's saying, hey, are you free? Are you free to come to any of my next shows? And then she's linking her shows. These are shows that she was going to have. So if you click it, it's automatically going to open up the link to where, boom, I can buy a ticket. Look, these tickets aren't cheap either. She's making good money from these things. And then last, she's using these emails to actually tell her story. Nobody does this. So this is titled, I Quit Music and It Almost Ended My Life. And then she talks about the story about how she almost quit music, endured an abusive relationship, went through all of these things. She was cheated on, lied to. She felt trapped. All of these terrible things, telling her story, and then she's relating it to her song that she wrote about that situation. And she's saying, look, if you feel the same way, click this link. And then boom, it's a link to the music video. So I hope you can see how these 3 things in successive order can help you grow your fan base and actually convert views into streams. So here's what you need to do now. If you see your music as a future, and this is something you're willing to go all in on, and you want to grow a cult following in the next 90 days, without running ads, without playlists, labels, or relying on anyone else, and you want to take control of your future, take power back into your own hands, go ahead and book a call below, where we'll go over where you're at now, where you want to get to, and if we're a good fit for each other, we'll get started. Again, this is only for serious artists who really want to get to the next level and make this happen. So if you're not that, go ahead, like I said, watch more of my content, get more value before booking so we can just get straight to action. So I know what it looks like. Wow, this is so easy. And I'm telling you, it's not easy, but it is simple. And there's a lot of mistakes you can make when trying to grow your fan base. And if you haven't realized by now, growing a fan base is hard and it's lonely. But what if I could help you solve the biggest problem, arguably one of the biggest problems, which in nowadays, 2024, in the digital age, is creating engaging content? What if I could show you the 7-pillar system and then show you exactly how to convert views into streams and profit using the fan funnel system? What would that do for you? It would change everything. And there's only one way to do it right. Trust me, I've literally tried everything. And I just want to let you know what this system is. It's not a done for you situation, and it's not a do it yourself course either. It's right in the middle. You see, we're going to do this together. We're going to pull back the curtains on everything we just went over and show you how to do it yourself, how to implement everything step by step. So there are really 2 directions we can go from here for you to get the results that you want. Option 1, you take the information I gave you and you go try it for yourself. You invest the time into it, into the testing, the creating, the optimizing, the building your own systems, everything, all for yourself. And that's completely fine if you want to do that. Or option 2, we can hop on a call and discuss how we can shortcut all of that and only give you what you actually need based on what we've already tried, tested, and customized to your needs so that you can grow a cult fan base and monetize it. So if that sounds like you and you are 100% sure that you want to take option 2 so you can get to your results easier and faster, go ahead and book a call below. So if you want help implementing everything I just taught you and you just want to cut out all the time it takes to actually learn this stuff by yourself and you want to get results as quickly as possible and not only have my coaching but also a community of other people you can lean on who are going through the same process, and you're someone who's maybe watched my content before or watched other content and you're just tired of sitting on the fence and you're saying, Anthony, it's time I draw a line in the sand, it's time I take action, it's time I actually go all in on this and give myself a shot. If that's you right now, I want you to book a call below. We can get on a call and talk about this, see if we can actually help you set this stuff up. If not, worst case scenario, you're going to leave the call with a ton of value and hopefully have a really good idea of what you could be doing in order to see the results you want to get. Anyways, talk soon. Peace.